And there's my nasturtiums. These are like natural pepper. Flowers and everything. The leaves, I might put some of these in my chicken Caesar salad tonight. So I've got my bucket here. It's dirty, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to wash them. And I'm going to cut down all of these leaves and flowers. For one reason, we're going to dehydrate them, the best of them anyway. And also, they'll regrow. You mow them down and they'll come back. Why would we dehydrate nasturtiums? Beauty and pepper from your garden. Okay, so here we are out at the dehydrator again. And these have all been washed. Now, I didn't pick through them for the best leaves and flowers. I just do that as I go. Now, I am going to show you me dehydrating the stems along with the flowers and the leaves. If you're going to dehydrate the stems, please cut them up into 1-inch sections. They're not going to dry. They may not dry properly, and then you're running the risk of moisture getting into your product. Don't neglect the stems. They're just as peppery. Yes, folks, this is, you can grow pepper in your garden. It's called nasturtiums. Even the seeds. I wouldn't do it with store-bought seeds, but if you've grown these organically, even your seeds can be put in a dried and put in a pepper grinder, including the flowers and the stems. So I'm going to get these on the dehydrator. Yeah, I've got to go through these. This is going to take some picking process here because I want to make sure I've got, you know, I don't mind if they've been chewed a bit. I just want to make sure they're clean and that there's no bugs. I've never sprayed them or anything, so they have been chewed a little bit. I'm not the only one who likes the pepper of the nasturtium. So, when I get these all sorted and on the dehydrator, we'll be back. Alrighty, I'm almost done. And like I said, some of these I've had to cut up just to make them fit on the tray. Some of the leaves I have taken out because they were starting to go yellow. Yes, buddy, I hear you, the cock of the walk. So now I'm just putting my last tray on. I might do one more harvest and then allow them to bloom and go to seed. Also, mowing them down like this will actually make them come back thicker. All right, here we go. Now, don't be falling all over the place. We are going to put these on, put these on the dehydrator at no higher than 115 degrees. Not because it will damage the flavor, but because if there's any nutritional value, we want to preserve it. All right, I gotta go feed these to the chickens, and we'll be back when they're dry. Okay. Now, like I said, learn from my mistakes. Some of these stems are crispy and they can go in, but if you don't cut them up, they don't dry properly. So I'm going to have to cut off a lot of stems off of this. But as long as they're crispy to the end, I'm good with that. Now, you may ask me, yeah, see the thicker ones? I'm going to pull them right off. I got to tell you a story. Briar was home on the weekend because he was working nearby, so I drove him to and from work. If it's still thick at the end, you don't want to run the risk of any moisture getting locked in with your dried nasturtium leaves and flowers. So anyway, I was bringing Briar home from work, and as we were walking by the nasturtium bed, I grabbed a leaf, and a nice juicy looking one, and I said, "Here, eat that." And he goes, "No, I'm not going to eat your voodoo voodoo stuff, he says. And I said, it's not voodoo. I said, it's natural. It's pepper. And he goes, you're not eating stuff did you just pull out of the garden, you know, off your garden? I said, Briar, you've been eating my garden stuff for years. And he goes, well, that's true. But save a jar of your prettiest leaves, and you can drop that onto the center of a potato soup or a white sauce or anything, and it will only add flavor and be beautiful, right? And it will hydrate, but I'm just putting all these things in here. And even smell. I almost went like that for you to smell it. I forget that I don't have smell-o-vision yet, because I'm forever hopeful. All right. So again, learn from my mistakes. If you want to dry the stems because they have just as much flavor, cut them up. Okay? Cut them up into like 1-inch pieces. Most people don't bother with the stems. But in a situation where you want to get the most out of your plant, sure, do the stems. But I'm not going to worry about it because I just bought peppercorns at Costco. But this is a Homestead alternative. Now I'm just going to start squishing this stuff up so I can just pull the stems out. This is the Mississippi from our half-acre homestead saying Nasturtiums, flowers, stems, and leaves. Dehydrated, it's your garden's alternative to pepper. Delicate pepper, but pepper nonetheless. Take care, God bless.